who do we keep an eye on this month that might become sellers for a bunch of teams? I mean, you look at the National League, and it kind of feels like set already, to be honest with you. I mean, I know the Braves don't have Acuna.
Pretty close, right?
Right. The Braves don't have Acuna. They're 7 behind the Phillies, who have the same record as the Yankees. The Dodgers, if you can dare call a team 15 over disappointing, has a 7-game lead over the Padres. The Brewers are the only team above 500 in the NL Central. I'm wondering who, we can kind of figure out who the buyers are going to be. Who do you identify as being in that cusp of selling, depending on how June goes, Jeff?
Well, if you go on to ESPN.com right now,
yes, sir,
then you will see my early trade deadline preview, where I
okay.
go over all
Look at
30
you selling.
teams.
You're selling. It's like,
I mean, it is ESPN Plus, so
yeah.
it is a bit of a sale, but trust me, it's worth it for the information you're going to find on ESPN Plus.
All right, so don't I mean, can you give a little hint? So let's treat it like it's
I've actually got them, Rich, listed as hinge teams, because the trade deadline and how enjoyable it is going to hinge upon these teams actually moving guys. And the Toronto Blue Jays may be at the top of that list. We've got potentially Vladimir Guerrero Jr., potentially Bo Bichette moving. Now, Ross Atkins, their general manager, said it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to trade them. But let's remember 2 years ago, Mike Rizzo said on June 1st, we are not trading Juan Soto. And then by the time August 1st rolled around, Juan Soto had been traded. So there's a lot of posturing going on. And I think the Blue Jays want to give themselves the opportunity to make this work. But they also understand that there are not a lot of great players from the obvious sellers who are going to be available. And that if you're a team like them and you can rebuild a farm system, because what you've got right now, frankly, hasn't worked to this point, hasn't gotten you out of the wild card round, you got to consider doing it. The Arizona Diamondbacks are going to be in there as well. The Detroit Tigers. I mean, there are some teams that are in the middle there that have guys who, if they decide to move, could change the trajectory of the deadline. And let me throw one more out there for you, Rich.
Yep.
The Houston Astros,
wow,
who are 7 games under 500. Alex Bregman is a pending free agent. And then beyond that, after 2025, Kyle Tucker and Framber Valdez are free agents. And I'll tell you, Kyle Tucker is really, really good, playing himself into $300 million territory because of his production and because of his age. And if he's out there, every contender from the Phillies to the Mariners and on down are going to want a piece of Kyle Tucker.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.